Hey YouTubers, welcome to my channel, Raza's Views and Reviews. Today I've got a very special video for you. It's a nice and interesting topic, at least for me it was, and I'm sure it's going to be the same for you. And it's for all the food lovers out there. So I'd suggest going through the entire video from beginning to end. You can learn a lot. But if you think it's getting a little boring, I'm going to leave timestamps on the bottom so you can just keep looking where you want to go. And that's about it. So let's find out what the whole thing is, the whole video is going to be about. My topic today is going to be about veganism. Yes, you heard that right. Veganism. Now you must be wondering, there are a lot of people out there who haven't even heard this term, and the term is called vegan. Now, as per the dictionary, a vegan is a person who does not consume foods such as meat, eggs, or dairy products that come from animals. He's a strict vegetarian. So now, just like me, you must be wondering, what is this person going to eat if he's not going to eat any meat, not eggs, no fish, no cheese, no milk, no butter? So what is this person going to eat? A vegan person. So questions like this are the type of questions I'm going to be asking my next two guests who have tried being a vegan, and one has tried and failed and the other one is a full-time vegan. So I'll definitely say it's worth the watch, the whole entire video. And before we continue, just don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel with all your friends and family out there. So let's get to it.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I want to introduce you to Victoria, or how I call her as Vicky. Hey Vicky,
hi everybody.
How's it going?
Good. Hi.
Great. I know it's nighttime out there and it's daytime here, so there's going to be a little bit of time difference, but I wanted to catch you and definitely get some feedback from you about veganism and how difficult it is to become one. So before we do that, how about you tell the world out there who you are?
All right, I'm Victoria. I live here in Chicago, and it is nighttime right now. I am a practicing vegan. I used to try to do this lifestyle for like 30 days and failed at it badly. So right now I am in between a vegetarian and meat eater. So.
Oh, okay, that's good, because that's somewhat like what I'm doing right now. I have stopped meat for about a week now. I'm being vegetarian. Due to the fact that we have bird flu out here in my city, so we're trying to avoid meat. So being vegetarian isn't all that bad, but I don't think I can be a vegan so far.
Yeah.
So what made you actually think of going vegan?
Oh, actually, someone like dared me to do it. So I'm like, you know what? This would be a piece of cake. I can do this for 30 days. And just by day 2, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't eat meat. But then also you can't eat regular cheese either. So that was a big issue.
Yeah, because being a vegan, you can't take any byproduct of, or basically you can't take any dairy product. So
but they make it here. They make the different dairy. Like I will say vegan butter is really good. I like vegan butter better than the regular butter, and I don't know the brand. Here we have a lot of different substitutes, so you have to be careful here because everything, like you can go to a vegan place, but it's good to look at the ingredients to make sure it's actually vegan.
Oh, okay. All right, I didn't even know that they had vegan butter. That's a new one for me.
It's good. If I was to do a picture.
All right, so I've got a few questions here, which I think a lot of viewers out there would like to know. And one of them would be like, how hard is it for you, or was it for you, to be vegan there, at least in Chicago?
So since I'm on the north side of Chicago, being a vegan here can get kind of pricey. I'm so used to Indiana prices because I lived there for 7 years. And here you have to be really careful with your money out here. So I typically go to Walmart, which is a popular major food chain
Sure,
store.
sure, yeah.
But there's other stores around here. It's just really expensive to be strictly vegan.
Okay.
You would have to go to several different stores. Also, cooking, you would have to really know how to cook to not get bored with selections of vegan food.
Right,
So,
right, right.
so yeah, the difficulty here, I want to say, is pricing. Like it's an expensive way to eat here.
So what you're saying, it's an expensive way of life if you want to go
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's cheaper to just not be vegan.
Okay, so I mean, okay, what I can do maybe later on, I've got another guest who is a full-time vegan, and maybe I can share her link in this video with you as well, and with the other viewers out there on the different economical ways of being vegan, because I know she definitely loves cooking. So maybe she might have some tips for you and the rest of the world out there on how it could be an economical way of going on a vegan diet, basically.
Okay.
But do tell me, like, how did you manage to maintain a balanced diet when you were vegan? Because you don't get everything from being a vegan.
hmm I think if you want a vegan lifestyle, especially here, people do a lot of meal prepping on Sundays because you're always busy during the week. And I live by a lot of restaurants. Unfortunately, the COVID kind of made being a vegan easier because all the restaurants are closed. But during the regular life here, you always want to go out to eat and things like that. So I would say prep your food. Like there's Pinterest, and you can always look up recipes first
Right.
before you get to the store.
Okay.
Just to keep that balance, because you're gonna want, especially if you're just starting to be a vegan, you're gonna like, oh well, I could just slack and just pick up that chicken today because it's one cheaper, and I don't have to run around and find a substitute like beans or some other protein. So the protein, keeping up with protein could be very hard for someone who works a lot. Like that was my
Right.
issue. I worked a lot, so I didn't really have time to find those substitutes, and then I got sick too. So,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah. So.
All right. Okay. So I guess the biggest issue that you faced was coping up with your protein intake.
Yeah, just making sure you eat enough.
All right. All right. That's good. So how long did it take? I mean, did you just do it like in snap? I'll just become a vegan and did it in one day, or did it take you like over a week before you actually started your vegan course?
Oh no, I just like ate all the food in my fridge, and someone dared me, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just freeze the food I had, and I just picked it up the next day and just started being a
All right.
vegan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty hard. I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's what might have actually made it difficult for you, because just snap or starting being a vegan might have made it a little bit more difficult for you.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that I decided to order a pizza. That's what it was. I ordered a vegan pizza, which
Okay.
was really expensive. It was like almost $40 for one small pizza. Like I got it was like small, and then I had it, and it was not. There's some type of, I don't know the name of the meat, but there is a particular meat that you put on pizza,
Okay.
and it was just not. It was probably the worst pizza I ever had.
So it's
To
the
the
worst
point
$40 that you've ever spent.
It was like I was upset, and then also the meat taste. I can't get that taste out of my brain. So
Oh,
every
okay.
time I saw that somewhere at a vegan restaurant, like you can have this substitute, I'm like, no, I'd rather not. So. it's some meat starts with an S, so I don't know the name of it, but I remember the taste. So.
All right. So, what would you love to know about veganism or the type of food that vegans eat from people out here in India? Maybe they might be able to give it to you, because a lot of people out here are vegans.
I would like to know, like, what meal prep do they do, like on Sundays or whatever day? How do they do a balanced meal prep with vegan food? And also, is the vegan food similar to American vegan food? Because American food is different
Right.
in other countries. Is it more like a home cooked meal, or is it more like fast food where it's processed and everything? I would really like to know if India has processed vegan food. So.
Okay, that's a good one. I'll definitely keep that in mind, and I'll ask my friend who will be up next, and I'll discuss it with her. Because, as I said, there are a lot of vegans here in India, and when I say vegans, they're like really strict about it. And
Oh wow.
you'd be surprised to know that even though India being one of the biggest vegetarian countries in the world, they have very few vegan restaurants out here. Very few.
What?
Yes.
So how do people maintain being a vegan there? If it's
What I know is a lot of them, they do their own home cooking, which is easier for them and less stressful because then they don't have to go and look through the ingredients. Oh, does this include meat? Does this include a dairy product? They don't do all of that, and it's easier for them.
okay.
But I'll definitely provide a link in this video, in the description especially, where my friend, she's got her own blog and she blog as well. There's a blog, there's a blog, she's on Instagram. So,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, so she's got her own recipes. She does a lot of her own recipes. And for being a person who's been a meat eater, or as they call them out here, as non-vegetarians. So she definitely knows how difficult it was, because she and her husband were definitely a big time non-veg eaters, or meat eaters as you call them. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean the term is the same. It's just different. I mean, like you say meat, we call it non-veg.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, that's the difference. So yeah, and anything that you would like to say to people out there, who are trying to go towards becoming a vegan or as a vegetarian, what are the steps that they really should take before taking the plunge?
I would just say start slow. Like, you don't have to do like I did and just cut off everything and just because I was really strict about it when I did it.
Okay.
But I would just say change things slowly, like the butter or, your cheese, like change that to a vegan cheese. There's several vegan cheese. Try the vegan cheese first before you buy loads of it, because you might not like it. Also, like the meat substitutes, like I would really research that to make sure that your body can handle something like that too, like that your body can handle a change in diet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Definitely
True.
talk to your doctor about that.
That's right. It's like take the pace slow, rather than just making a huge jump and saying no more to meat or anything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
because you're gonna watch TV and see all the commercials of all the food that you're gonna want, and you're just gonna be sad, and you're not gonna want to keep. Especially when you go out with your friends too, and you're the one that's the vegan. And I will mention here. When you do go out to restaurants, sometimes it is hard to find a vegan option. I have relatives that are vegan, so when they come to America, going to a restaurant, they always have a difficulty finding a vegan option. So they have to do a lot of side dishes just to create one. It's always like that for them.
Yeah, so it leaves them basically hungry for the day.
Yeah, because it's more expensive for them, because if we're at like the Cheesecake Factory, they have Impossible Burger here, and that's pretty popular. Okay. But not everyone wants to eat an Impossible Burger all the time at a family dinner, so they have to buy a lot of the side dishes, which can be costly because it's not just one main meal, just to create a meal.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. So slow and steady.
So eat before you leave.
Yeah, that's true. Because I recently had a surgery in which I was told not to take a lot of meat. Initially, they said take it gradually. Take the process of going from being a vegetarian to a meat eater really slow. And with all the conditions that are going out here, because in India, especially where I am, you don't get beef. It's strictly banned. They don't allow beef.
What?
Yes, because
Whoa.
it's like it's a cultural shock for you, but like.
What about McDonald's? What do people eat?
In McDonald's, you have either chicken burgers or vegetarian burgers. You don't have beef burgers out here.
Oh my goodness, that's so different.
Yeah, it's because
I've never seen that before.
Because here in India, cows are treated with a lot of respect because they're considered as gods. So they do not, in majority of the states out here, they don't serve beef. There are certain states in India which serve beef. That's different. So
what about Burger King? Do they have a Burger King there?
They do have a Burger King, and it'll be a little weird for you to believe, but they basically don't have beef, but they do serve mutton, which is basically sheep.
So is there a big burger outside of Burger King? Like, because here sometimes they have the burger, the flame grills, or
Yeah.
like flame. Do they have that there? Like,
As I told you, a majority of the people out here, for them, burger, especially in the northern part of India, what they do is when you talk about burgers, it's going to be vegetarian, or
Okay.
it's going to be chicken. That's it. You're not going to find any of the third kind of burgers. And they literally
Oh.
do not have, like, you know, you have those Big Macs and you have those excessive large burgers. They don't
Yeah.
have that out here.
my goodness, so different. Wow.
Yes, it is.
That is
Yeah.
very different from here. Like we're like burger capital over here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I do miss my burgers, but I think it's a
Uh-huh.
healthy choice, which I made wherein I've left burgers, you know, like
Yeah.
eating beef. It's helped
Mhm.
me control myself, my diet, and also my
Mhm.
health. That's what I see as
Yeah.
a difference from being a meat eater to being a vegetarian person. I mean, like I've been vegetarian for about a week now, and it feels really good.
Yeah. Don't you have more energy?
I do, but the thing is, I do tend to have meat as and when I can, like maybe once in a month or twice a
Okay.
month, just to make sure that my stomach doesn't become upset the next time I do eat it.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And what did you eat? Like, what kind of meat do you slowly eat?
I only stick to chicken because, as you know, beef or mutton, as I just mentioned, are things which upset my stomach. So, it is something I, as an individual, do not want to eat. I don't prefer eating that, so I stay away from it.
Do you guys like fried chicken or like bake? Like, how do you cook chicken?
No,
there?
I mean, when we eat chicken, we do it in any way we want. We grill it, we barbecue, we fry, we steam it. It depends.
Okay, I've never heard of steamed chicken before.
Oh, trust me. I think I'll share that with me, maybe with you, and definitely you should give it a shot. It's much better than fried chicken, much more healthier.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay. Do you guys like have air fryers there?
Yes, we do have air fryers, but not. I mean, like me personally, I don't use it. A lot of people have started using it here in India.
Oh my
And
goodness.
yes, they're catching up. Trust me.
Okay. They're so much faster. Like you just throw it in there, go, not leave your house, but like go do something in your house and then come back and it's done. Like my air fryer
True.
in like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Mine's a 30 minutes. So
Okay. Well, I mean, it depends. It depends on a person and their
Yeah.
choice as to what they want. But thank you for your time. I'll let the viewers decide now, based on you and my next friend, as to what they want to be, whether they want to be meat eaters, vegetarians, or basically vegan, and see where it goes from there, because they need to make their healthy choice by themselves, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay, so as per Victoria, being a vegan is a difference in lifestyle. It's just how you change completely. So she tried it the wrong way, wherein she just jumped into it, and as she said, take it slowly. Understand whether this thing is for you or not. So that's one thing which one person says. Let's find out what the other person says. We're going to go to my next guest, who's a very good friend of mine, and she went from being a pure non-veg eater or a meat eater to a vegan. So let's see how that went for her.
Hey YouTubers, welcome back. And now I've got another special guest who is really a good friend of mine. Her name is Deepika. She's based out of Delhi, but I'll let her introduce herself. So Deepika, it's all up to you now.
Hi friends. So yeah, it's been really long that we are speaking face to face, and thanks to the technology. My name is Deepika and I'm vegan. And I'm vegan from almost 1.5 years now, close to 2 years. And apart from that, a little bit of work, and I'm raising my 12-year-old. Sure, back to you, Raza.
Great. That's really amazing that you've been vegan for about over a year now. So that must have been really a tough phase of it, being vegan for that long and you're still being strong about it.
Yes, Raza. So, since I planned out my complete vegan journey, so it's really not tough for me because I didn't go vegan overnight,
Okay.
It
all
was
right.
proper planning, I started taking care of my health through food, through eating, because everything when you say that the lifestyle disease like, diabetes, thyroid, uric acid, your lipid profile, your kidney functions and all, everything was raising into my body and was just, something was about to happen. And before that, when I, went to doctor, he asked me to take care of your food habits, your lifestyle, basically. We all have a very, very, very erratic lifestyle, and better than you, nobody, else will know about it.
That's right.
So there I started taking care of my food, and which included non-vegetarian. But then I got myself introduced to veganism after specifically watching two very big series. One is a YouTube documentary called Earthlings. The another one is Game Changer in Netflix. And I realized, why not give it a try, And I knew that since I was a hardcore non-vegetarian, it will be very difficult for me if I leave everything in one night. So I went phase-wise. It took me almost 2 to 3 months to convert into complete vegan. And now I don't understand. There is no reason, for me to go back to eating non-vegetarian, because I don't justify eating non-vegetarian anymore. So that is how. So it was not difficult for me at all, and it was not a one night kind of decision. It was not a challenge. It more of a health, and now everything else, environment, sustainability.
That's really nice.
Animality, everything. Yeah.
That's good. That's really, obviously you have the same irritating question which everybody must be asking you. Don't you miss your non-veg food, the meat, the chicken, being able to go out to restaurants of your choice and eating outside, which I'm sure must be really difficult right now?
Right. Yes, eating outside is really difficult because, India being preferably, the majority is vegetarian, but still vegetarian, they used animal derived products,
True.
or dairy product, So it is really difficult going outside, but thankfully there are few places in Delhi, those who offer vegan choices.
Okay.
And, I prefer going that place, or otherwise I always have my dinner or lunch and then go outside and meet friends. Apart from that, your question that I miss my non-vegetarian, well, I still love the smell of it, the taste of it and all, everything. I cannot justify my eating to it, adding to too much, again adding to the cruelty, adding to the unsustainability, unsustainable things we are creating. So I cannot justify, and so it is very clear in my mind that I am not going to eat non-vegetarian.
Okay. All right.
Vegans. Yeah.
I was just discussing it with a friend of mine earlier, and I even told her the same thing, that me as a non-veg eater, I don't eat meat and mutton as such because it usually upsets my stomach. I'm usually more of a chicken person. But what I've done recently is, after a small surgery that I had, I've become more of a vegetarian, not a vegan, but a vegetarian. Out of the entire weeks, out of the 7 days, I think 6 days I'm vegetarian, and then one day maybe I might have non-veg. And even that's come to a halt because, you've heard that we've been having these bird flu cases around. And so I've completely cut down on the non-veg. But I think the only non-veg that I would be eating, which is considered non-veg, is an egg. I think that's considered non-veg, right?
Yes. So for vegans, even the the butter and the milk is also non-vegetarian. See, it is coming from animal, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. But amazingly, which I found out, and I didn't know this, my friend in Chicago, she says they get vegan butter, and I'm amazed how they can even get that. So she told me that vegan butter tastes better than regular butter.
It does, Raza.
Okay.
So, there are a couple of brands in India who offer vegan butter, which will taste exactly like, the normal butter you're eating, and you will also get ghee, you're also getting ghee. So taste absolutely like ghee,
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
however, the main product is the coconut. So even if you do little research and little, study about it,
True.
initially people sort of change, when they love their butters and when they love their, the ghees and all.
That's right.
They substitute it with coconut oil. So these are made out of coconut oil, which is much more healthier and much more, better choice than, the butter and the ghees.
All right. So coming back to a question which I think we missed out again, is that how do you do it when you go out to restaurants with maybe family members or friends? How do you manage when you go out for an outing with them, to a restaurant just to hang out, to have fun? How do you end up eating out there? Because not all restaurants give you vegan options.
Right. So first of all, the first thing, I look for a vegan place where they have vegan option. If not, sometimes, when you go out for birthday parties,
Right.
or you're going out for dinner, somebody has invited. So only the safest thing which I could do is eat from home and then go, or, the sauteed vegetables. I think they just use all of the garlic. So that is my safest choice. Or, otherwise it gets difficult. Or
I'm sure.
One thing which I say it in restaurants or anywhere where I go out for eating, that I'm allergic to dairy and dairy products.
Oh, that's good.
I'm vegetarian, but I'm allergic to rest of this thing. So just be careful whatever you're putting into my,
Yeah, because I guess the term vegan is not being used properly out here, and not many people understand it.
Yeah.
So if you say you're vegan, they wouldn't understand. So the easier way is to mention that you're allergic to dairy products.
Right. It is very difficult to make people understand, everyone. Yeah.
That's okay. And I guess another question which I asked a few people that they had running it was going through their mind, and they wonder, like, what do you do for your child? Like, what do you do for him? Do you are you bringing him onto vegan, or are you leaving him as it is and letting him explore?
Raza, I did a mistake of making my son and husband vegan for a while, but then I saw that it is not the time for my son to really go and do, the things which I'm doing. I'm a very strict vegan. So, I'm just letting him, because it is his choice, and let him decide, though I give him enough information about why to go vegan or why I am doing this. I'm not asking him, but he often asks questions from me, so I tell him why I have chosen this thing, and he's seen a couple of documentaries, and he's pretty towards it, but still, it will be his choice. So I'm giving him complete information, and it will be his choice. He's still a non-vegetarian, by the way.
Okay, so you're just leaving it out there for him to understand and then make the move, whether he wants to be vegan or he wants to be a non-vegetarian.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. And I had another question, which a lot of viewers wanted to know, is that, as it's really tough these days in metropolitan cities and the work culture that we've come into, where nobody has time for themselves and they can't make fresh food all the time. So they ask, are there easier recipes that maybe you could advise or suggest that they could make, maybe on a Sunday or a Saturday for the rest of the week, or something that they can make every day but should be easy to prepare?
Right. So, I completely understand, because I also struggle sometimes with the, with the time. But only with me, the benefit is that I have household help. So they do all the labor part and I do cooking every day. The best thing to organize these things is, what I do is I decide my menu for a week, and very rare that I will deviate from that menu, from that timetable, you know.
Okay.
And there are certain things like in our Indian food, you know, it is very easy to make all the legumes, you know, like chole, rajma, you know, all that.
Right,
so what I
right.
do on weekend, I'll just boil all of them together and freeze them. And whenever I have to make, I just make the gravy and put it there. You know, put the thawed the legumes into the gravy. You know, whenever I have to cook.
Right.
That's one way one can do. The second thing is that if you like, we generally as a family now eat very light in the evening, in the dinner time.
Right. The
So,
best thing to do,
if you-
I personally believe.
Yeah. So which is generally either, you know, the breads and the soup, or you know, because it's winter time, so soup has become one of our favorite.
Mhm.
So you know,
Okay.
I make it very heavy so that you don't get, you know, sort of, again, you're satiated basically, you know,
Oh, okay.
after eating the soup. So I prepare the soup tub and keep it, you know, in my refrigerator. And or I ask my household help to do all the preparation, and I just quickly come and make it. The first thing is, in India, this is applicable in India because we are, you know, very, very sort of blessed that we have household helps here. We can afford
That's true.
household help.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So in my case, in my scenario, is that decide your menu, because you need to take proper food as well. You know, when I say proper food, the proper amount of energies, the proper amount of calcium and the proteins and all, and that can only be possible when you plan your food. You know, when
Right.
you plan your food week, and that is how you will stock up your refrigerator with.
Mhm,
You know.
mhm. Yes,
So-
that's right.
Yeah. So whenever you have time in the weekend, do that thing first, so that your refrigerator is stocked up properly.
True. So I think the best way would be, like, at least for the viewers out there who can't get domestic help, I think I can give them your links. I'm sure we can definitely get some links from you where you can show them a ton of recipes which might be helpful for them, and they get to decide maybe this might be helpful, because not a lot of people can get domestic help.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so you heard it, people. I'm going to provide to you all the links to which you can go and check out Deepika's recipes, and all the ones which she suggests would actually be helpful to prepare easily. And Deepika, I really want to thank you for your time, and appreciate it that you've given so much time for explaining how you went from being a non-vegetarian, or as the Westerners call it, meat eater, to being a vegan. And how difficult of a journey it was for you, that you spent 3 months, I guess, just preparing for this, and then now you've been vegan for 1.5 years. That's correct, right?
Right. Yes. A little more than 1.5 years, but yeah.
All right, that's good. That's really good. So I really thank you for your time. And anything quickly before we end this call, anything that you would want to tell to the people out there who are trying to go towards veganism, or they think that, yes, veganism might be something for me. Anything you want to tell them out there, or give them a suggestion or advice?
Yes. So only my advice will be that don't try to bring any kind of change in just one night. You know, it will take time. And to sustain that, you know, so if you're planning to go vegan, to sustain that veganism in yourself, you need to really take care that why you are turning vegan first. You know, if your mind is very clear about that, why did you first choose that, you know, you will not get tempted to, you know, your old habits.
Right.
And yes, the first thing which I said is bring the change slow. Otherwise, it is difficult to, you know, in the long run, it is difficult.
Yes, otherwise it's a big failure and it won't work out for you. All right, thank you so much. Thanks for your time, and we'll be in touch. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Raza.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed this video so far. Well, what I learned today is that being a vegan is definitely a lifestyle. It's a difference in your lifestyle, it's a change in lifestyle. So there are a lot of points that you need to remember. Number one, you need to know whether it's meant for you or not. How do you do that? Do a lot of research. Don't just jump into it, because if you jump into it, you're going to fail, which you don't want to do. So first research whether you can manage this kind of diet, whether you can afford this kind of diet as per where you live. Maybe you're not going to be able to get a lot of fresh vegetables. You won't get a lot of things which might help you being a vegan. As for me, I tend to be half vegetarian and half non-veg. I tend to maintain my diet throughout the week. Bottom line is, when you eat, you gotta balance your diet. It has to be balanced. It can't be a little too much of this or a little too much of that, or a little bit of less of this and less of that. No, it has to be balanced, otherwise it's not gonna work out for you. So, give it a shot, try it out. I'm going to be providing a lot of links, like for example the Instagram link and the website for my friend Deepika, where she's going to give you recipes on different vegan dishes in case if you want to go for that. And I'm sure they're going to be easy to prepare for a lot of you people who are busy out there. But otherwise, as Deepika as well as she herself said, don't force it onto yourself. Take it slow, research about it. Don't force people in your family to start being vegan or vegetarian. Go slowly from being a meat eater or a non-veg eater to a vegetarian, then to a vegan. This entire process does not happen overnight. It takes time. It could take days, weeks, months, or even a year. So, give it a shot. Let me know if you enjoyed this entire video. Put your comments below in the comments section. Let me know what you would like to hear more about. And please, don't forget again to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Until I see you in my next video, take care, stay blessed, and enjoy your day. Bye bye.